Small-town life has its unique quirks, and local police often find themselves handling hilarious, unconventional calls that reflect the charm and humor of close-knit communities. Here are 10 of the funniest police calls reported from small towns across America. 1. The missing donut crisis. One morning, an officer responded to a call reporting a stolen donut from a small bakery. The culprit, a squirrel seen scurrying off with a powdered donut clutched in its paws. The officer reportedly laughed it off, jokingly labeling the case Donut Gate. 2. Ghostly noises in the attic. A resident called 911 insisting their attic was haunted after hearing strange noises. Officers arrived to find that a raccoon had snuck in, making all the ghostly racket. The animal was safely removed, and the homeowner was both relieved and embarrassed. 3. Cat held hostage. A call came in from a woman claiming her cat was being held hostage in a tree. She asked if the police could send someone to negotiate its release. After some coaxing, the cat finally came down, though the officer assured her it had climbed the tree willingly. 4. Invisible speeding car. One night, a resident phoned in to report an invisible car that they claimed was speeding up and down their street. Officers found no evidence of a car, but it became clear the caller had mistaken reflections in their window for headlights, making him a legend around town. 5. The garden gnome thief. A woman called 911 to report that her garden gnome collection was going missing, one gnome at a time. After a short investigation, it turned out her neighbor's dog had been sneaking over and absconding with the gnomes, burying them in his backyard. 6. Emergency pizza delivery. In one case of emergency cravings, a man called 911 to report that his pizza delivery was taking way too long. While the dispatcher explained that this was not an emergency, the man insisted, arguing, "You don't understand, I'm starving." 7. UFO landing, aka a new lawn ornament. One resident was convinced that UFO had landed in their yard and called the police in a panic. When officers arrived, they found it was simply a large, alien-themed yard decoration that had toppled over. The mystery of extraterrestrial visitors was quickly solved. 8. Potato attack. A grocery store worker called the police when a customer began throwing potatoes in anger because their favorite chips were sold out. The store didn't press charges, but it did result in the memorable nickname Spud Fury for the disgruntled customer. 9. Snowman vandals. After a fresh snowfall, one caller reported that vandals had destroyed her snowman. When officers arrived, they found that a deer had knocked it over in pursuit of a carrot nose snack. The snowman was given a proper send-off, with a police escort out of the yard. 10. The Great Chicken Chase. Finally, a resident called in to report that a gang of chickens was terrorizing their yard, chasing her kids around and refusing to leave. The officer, with a smile and a laugh, rounded up the chickens and returned them to their nearby co-op. Small-town police departments may not always have the most action-packed calls, but they do get some of the most memorable and downright hilarious ones. These light-hearted moments highlight the unique charm of small-town America.